Oh boy, guys, Google is not looking good. We have to break that down very quickly today in this video, and we also have to go over the small caps. Have you guys seen the Russell today? When I'm filming this video, it is up over 2%. We're going to break down some small caps, and I also want to go over some earnings, so sit back, relax, take a sip of your coffee, and let's dive into the video. And by the way, if you guys want some free money, free stocks, use those links down below. 15 stocks from Moomoo, and you could also get 12 stocks from Webull. And now let's dive into the video. So when I'm filming this video, guys, at about almost noon here on the East Coast, we have the Russell up over 2%. The NASDAQ is down a little bit as expected. Microsoft and Google are dragging it down. NASDAQ is down about 0.25%. Honestly, not as bad as you'd think, considering Microsoft and Google down, they're down about 5-6% each right now. So we have the S&P up on the day, 0.6%, and we have the Dow up about 1%. So today's the day of the small caps and the Dow, and we have the VIX down about 3.5%, getting closer now to the mid-20s. Just like that, the VIX is down from about 35 to now 27, which is a down move of roughly 20 to 21%. So the VIX coming down like we've seen many, many times over the course of the year as it's gotten towards 35 to about 37. And let's see the metals here. Yeah, metals are up. Silver's pushing almost 20 an ounce again. It is up 0.8%. Gold's up even more, funny enough, which doesn't always happen. But today, gold's outpacing silver. It is up 0.9%. If I pull up SPY very quickly here, then we'll take a look at QQQ. Then we'll get into some of these stocks. SPY's up, like I said, 0.6, and it is breaking out. Yesterday it broke out of 380, 382. Now it's above 385, and it's actually pushing 387. And if I draw out this next resistance, 390 is where it's at. You guys can see here 390 was that high from the middle towards the end of September. If we break out of that point at some point, maybe today, if it gets really hot, which might not happen, but maybe later this week we take 390 out, this could be going back to 400, over 400 very, very soon. Quicker than you think. I mean, that is where this could be going. And for QQQ, let's pull that up. QQQ is right at a key point as we speak. And I'm sure when you're watching this video, it's still going to be right around that point. And honestly, we might not get direction until we get earnings from Apple, Amazon, and Meta, which later today we have Meta after the bell. Make sure to subscribe because we are going to make a video on Meta later on today. We're going to talk about it more in depth. So 285. QQQ's got to get out of 285. If it does, maybe later this week, today, next week, who knows, 297 could be the next gap to fill. From that point, if that breaks, 310, 315, that is where this could be going. So you guys at this point know Google reported yesterday they missed EPS, they missed on revenue, and YouTube ad revenue was down year over year. It came in under the estimate as well, but I guess a good thing going for Google in that report is cloud revenue. Cloud revenue actually grew about 38% year over year. I think it was at maybe $4.8 billion last year, same quarter. This year it came in at something like $6.8 billion, if I remember correctly. I was just looking at the report this morning. I looked at it yesterday as well. So, they missed EPS revenue, YouTube ads down, cloud beat, and overall, I mean, listen, guys, the thing is, Google grew 41% revenue year over year from 2020 to 2021. You got to realize for a company the size of Google, which is over $1 trillion, well over that, whatever it is, 1.2, whatever it is, for a company that big, it's not going to continue growing 40% year over year. It's just freaking impossible. I mean, at some point, it's going to slow down. And it was such a crazy year. Honestly, the 2020, 2021, crazy years for these companies that revenues were bound to decrease. And a lot of these companies, their revenues that exploded in 2020, 2021, they've actually decreased. So the fact that Google is still growing 6%, I think is good compared to last year. Again, considering 2020 to 2021, they grew 41%, which is just, I mean, it's unreal. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, don't even be surprised if Google, I'm not calling for this, but who knows, maybe in a couple of quarters, their revenue might even be decreasing year over year. Who knows, a little bit, or maybe it's flat. So, honestly, do not be surprised considering how big of a pop, again, they had in 2020, 2021. It's just the reality of the matter. And this company is so big already as it is. You got to realize that. So at this point, guys, I'm holding Google. I'm not selling. I'm not buying anymore at this point, to be honest. Like I said in my previous couple videos, it has to get under 90 for me to buy more. If it gets down to 80, 85, I'd gladly buy more. 87, 88, heck, even $90 flat, I'd buy a little bit more Google, Alphabet, whatever you want to call it. But right now, I'm holding. I'm just, riding the waves and just relaxing. There's no point in me to really do anything other than hold because, like I said, and I've said this time and time again on the channel, it is my biggest individual stock, and I'm not planning on selling for a long time. So, or even I'm not going to say I'm never going to sell, because that's unrealistic. Who knows, in 20 years, 10 years, Google might be completely different. The fundamentals might change. And, at that point, that would be grounds to sell, right? If that makes any sense. But I'm holding as of now for a long time. Of course, again, if things change, things might change. But right now, Google, I'm holding on, and we'll see how it goes here in the short term. So let's see what else we got. We had a couple other companies report earnings. But actually, first, wait a second. Let's take a look at Chewy. Chewy's one that I called out many, many times over the course of the past couple of videos, and look at it. Today it's up another 4%, breaking over $40. We're above the moving averages. The right shoulder seems like it's well on its way to completing. Now it's breaking out of $38, $39. This is very good news for Chewy. It might even fill the gap to $45 maybe this week. I don't know. We'll see. Overall, the momentum looks great, so keep your eyes on that. We had Boeing report this morning. I'm not sure if you guys caught it, but Boeing reported they did negative $6.18, so they lost over $6 a share versus the 4-cent estimate. So they actually missed insanely on EPS, and revenue also missed $15.96 billion versus $17.83 billion estimated. And at this point, guys, everybody knows, or a lot of people know, Boeing's struggling, so that's why the stock is not cratering on this, double miss. A lot of this was probably priced in. It's only down about 2-3%, not too bad, and it's actually still holding above the moving averages here on the 4-hour chart. So let's see, maybe a crazy turn of events could come in here, and we get some buying pressure here at about 140, 142. Let's see what happens around here. Now, if we collapse under 140, 135, 130, that's obviously going to be bad for the bulls. But right now, again, even though earnings were not good, we're still fighting at these moving averages. So let's see Hess. HES is the ticker. Hess right now is up almost 6%. It's at a high here on the 4-hour chart. Not sure if it's an all-time high. Let's see. Oh, it is, guys. We have officially, on Hess Corporation here, HES, taken out the highs from 2008. We're well above the highs from 2014, well above those highs. Now we're above the highs from 2008, which we definitely talked about Hess on the channel before and mentioned those highs here. It's crazy now that we're seeing a lot of these energy stocks take those highs out. So the reason why they're moving up is because they reported earnings this morning, and EPS came in at $1.89 versus $1.87 estimated on revenue of $3.16 billion. So at this point, guys, this might be one that, even though it's kind of overbought, we might be seeing more momentum coming. And of course, at some point, it's going to cool off. It's going to even maybe pull back 10-15% for all we know. I mean, it's getting very hot. But right now, it is showing no signs of that. And again, momentum is clearly there to the upside. So we could be pushing up even higher. Watch out for Hess, HES. Waste Management, another one that reported. This is down 1.5% on the day. They did adjusted EPS of $1.56 versus $1.51. So that beat on revenue of $5.08 billion versus $5.05 billion estimated. So double beat for Waste Management. And the stock is down a little bit, 1.5%. Looks like it is failing here at this 180 estimate at about $166 a share. I'll put an alert right there, 166. If we start getting out of even 172, honestly, that's a big spot. Let's put an alert there. that'd be good for the bulls here. Maybe we get a little move towards the mid 170s where it was, a couple weeks ago, about more like 2 months ago, more than a couple weeks ago. So Waste Management, not bad. We also had Harley Davidson, guys, which crushed it. This stock is up 14%. They did EPS of $1.78 versus $1.41 estimated on revenue of $1.44 billion versus $1.37 billion estimated. So double beat for Harley Davidson, and this one is finally getting out of the hole that it was at, or that it was in, and it's actually recovered all the losses that were incurred in the stock from the 9th of September to the end of October, which the stock dropped 20%. And now we're pretty much, again, out of that hole completely. Now we're approaching a big resistance at about $42, which is where, actually, let's put it a little bit higher. $42.50 is where I'll put my alert mark is at or above. If that point breaks, guys, into the mid-high 40s is where we could be going. There could be some, change of momentum in the stock, which has really been, if you guys look at the chart, flat for about 2 years. I don't want to say flat completely. I mean, it's been trading, well, I guess it is kind of flat, but it's been range bound between $32 to about $43, $44. But we'll see, mid-40s breaks, we could be back to 50 in no time on this stock. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap the video up. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and let me know any stocks you want me to talk about in the comments down below. Drop company names, tickers, whatever, and make sure to also get your 15 stocks from Moomoo with at least $100 deposited. That's linked right down below. Free money, guys, and full disclosure, all those links help out the channel. You could also join my Patreon and get 12 stocks from Webull down below. I'll catch you all in the next video. Cheers, guys. See you later. Peace out.